Thinking about getting your seniors in high school set for getting into the best college possible. I graduated in 1975, and we didn't think much about it back then. I have Billy Downing with me now. Hi, Billy. How are you?
Good morning.
You're with ESM. Quickly tell us about ESM.
Essentially, we're a group all over the world that works with kids and families to help them get into college and navigate the process.
Okay. Again, my senior year, heading towards Christmas, hadn't given it a thought, but times have changed, and there's some specific things high school seniors can be doing now to maximize their chance for getting into the best college.
That's right. I mean, obviously, the game has changed significantly. First thing that kids need to do, start the applications. Both the CSU and the UC apps are out. They're available.
Okay.
Kids can start working on them, and they really need to right away.
Getting them in earlier as opposed to just before the deadline, that matters?
Well, I think last year we saw and we learned that the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th of November, the UC application crashed because everybody was overloading the system and trying to get on.
Okay, that's great. All right, well, let's just march through our top five here because you're the guy in charge of this, and I'm just following along.
No problem.
Next thing we should be doing.
Number two, I think we got to essentially start writing the personal statement. These are things that take time, they take care. You've got to find your voice, and you can't do it overnight. So start working today. Work with your teachers, work with your counselors, and work with your family to figure out, what do I want to write about? What's my story?
Okay, great. Number three on our list here is retake the SAT or the ACT.
All of our students hate us. All of our students hate me when I say this, but sometimes 60 points, 80 points, 100 points, even 20 points can make the difference between getting in and not getting in. The next ACT is October 23rd. The next SAT, November 6th. Still time to sign up.
We have a little bit of time to chat about this. I'd love to get your opinion. Earlier, I think it was earlier this month, we were talking about how, you know, in my day, everybody took the SAT, a few kids took the ACT, and that's really changing, and it's almost 50-50. Do you recommend taking both? Is one more important than the other?
Well, we suggest that every kid should take both tests because the ACT is a curriculum test. The SAT is a logic test. They're trying to trick us.
Yeah.
And sometimes we see that kids will do better on the ACT versus the SAT. So why not give yourself a chance to experience both tests? If you're from the Midwest, if you're from Chicago, where we have a lot of kids that we work with, they all take the ACT. On the West Coast, the East Coast, we see a lot of kids with the SAT. In Sacramento, it seems to be pretty 50-50.
Okay, and you just send off the one that makes you look better when you put out your application?
In many cases, in many schools, in many cases, you can only send the one that you want. So the ACT versus the SAT.
Okay, number four, it is clearly not too early. In fact, maybe you should have been doing this already, visiting campuses and tours.
You know, I think being able to say, hey, I've seen the campus, I've been on the campus, I've done the information session, I've done the tour, only strengthens your application to many schools, and it shows a demonstrated interest that you're really passionate about going there.
See, now, silly me, I thought the reason you go was to decide where you want to go, but that also demonstrates to them, look, I'm really serious about your school, you're the one I want.
Colleges are very concerned with their yields now. They're really trying to figure out, if we accept you, are you going to come?
Okay, great. And number five on our list here, apply on time and don't miss the deadlines.
Don't be late. Don't be late. You know, when the 30th passes, there's no way to go back and submit. So don't wait to the end. If you're applying to the UCs or the CSUs, deadline is November 30th. Try and get them in by the 15th of November. Don't be late.
Well, and as you said last year, when we got close to the end, that just the deluge caused them to crash.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for the good advice. And I managed to get my kids through high school, so if I can do it, anybody can.
That's right.
And off to college as well. And we've got more contact info about ESM, and we will make that available to you. In fact, we'll link it to the Go button at fox40.com. I guarantee we'll have the link there.